It works.
It's in the neighborhood.
All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the, what is today? June 4th, 2023 meeting of the Town of Groveland Zoning Board of Appeals. Can I make a motion to open?
Motion we open?
Seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. First motion of business. Happy New Year, everybody. Good to see you. Hope everyone had a nice holiday. Next, public hearing continued. Application 2023-1, 20 Bear Hill Road, AKA 0 Bear Hill Road / Cedardale Tennis Club, Celco Partnership DBA Verizon Wireless. Requesting variance from provisions of section 50-4.5, permitted use in the R1 district, section 50-6.3, B3, to permit a wireless communication facility outside of the wireless communication district, and section 50-8.1, table of dimensional requirements to increase maximum height of the Groveland zoning bylaw. Andy, where are we with this?
We are almost complete with it. I drafted up the decision. We are just waiting on the lawyers from Verizon. I sent it off to them to just ensure that I would get the language surrounding the Federal Telecommunications Act correct, because that is how they are getting the variance for use. So I just wanted to make sure everything was in line so that we wouldn't hit an appeal because of that down the road. So their lawyer was on vacation for the holidays, and so they weren't able to get back to me. So we're looking for the board to continue it until we have that special permit variance finalized.
All right, any questions by anybody?
Nope. Were we just gonna continue this one then?
All right, so is there a motion to continue?
Motion to continue?
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor? All right. Motion is continued. Next, continuation of application 2023-3, 833 Salem Street, Groveland Self-Storage LLC, requesting a special permit in accordance with section 50.4.5, table of uses of the Groveland zoning bylaw for a self-storage facility at the premises.
Yes, so as we know, at our last meeting, we approved this special permit. I was able to find the original special permit from 2018, I believe. And it was never recorded at the registry, so what I decided to do was incorporate all of the prior conditions from that special permit into this special permit so that this would kind of encompass everything. So a couple things that were in that first special permit that weren't necessarily going to be in ours were no car repair would take place on the site, no storage of hazardous materials. So those were a couple things that were not necessarily called out in our conversation this time, but were before. So I incorporated those in this special permit. And again, with the new hours of operation, the music, and, just kind of our usual, any sign that they put up will be in accordance with our bylaws and will be approved by the building commissioner. Kind of our boilerplate stuff, I guess.
Good. Okay.
So I have the signature page here. No red, black ink. Sorry.
Thank you.
And then we'll just need a motion to formally close the public hearing on this.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, so we have a motion to close.
I'll make,
All right, so there's a motion to close application 2023-3. Second? Seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, unanimous. Application is closed. All right, moving right along here. Minutes, approval of minutes from December 7th, 2022 meeting. Has everyone had a chance to peruse?
Yep.
All right. I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from December 7th, 2022 meeting. Motion and a second. All those in favor? Unanimous. Minutes are approved. Annie, town planner update.
Yes, so, couple of things. One, we will be meeting in 2 weeks for, 180 Main Street, also known as Riverside Pizza, for a special use permit. I had sent out that meeting packet at our that application at our last meeting, but I'll be sending it out in the meeting packet for that next meeting as well. So you'll see it twice. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. So there is that. There is, oh goodness, there was something else. If we remember from the summer, Jeff and Maria's had come in front of the board to ask for temporary relief, I guess, from their special permit for their hours of operations.
Yeah.
Yep. So they want to get ahead on that now. So I will be adding that to the next agenda. It's going to be kind of the same thing that it was before. Extend their hours by, I believe they're going to give me a full narrative, but by 4 hours. Jeff goes to Florida in the winter, so he'll be phoning in, but he'll be here for questions if the board has any. So we're getting ahead on that. And then that is all kind of coming down the pipeline at the moment. The sewer project that is associated with the 40B development on Sewell Street is going well. They did a majority of the cross-country portion that goes through 150 Center Street, Strawberry Fields. That is almost complete. They just have to wait until the spring to do the stream crossing because of the turtles. And they're in Center Street right now, working there. So that's going well. And I think that's it. The appeal period for 154 Center Street lapsed on Friday, and there were no appeals. The junk removal company. I think that's all she wrote.
All right.
So when is our next meeting?
It is going to be,
So it's at the 18th?
yes, it's going to be January 18th, again, at our usual 7:30.
7:30?
Yep.
In the good room?
To be determined, but it will be posted within 48 hours per MGL. And I'll be able to let you guys know before then, but the agenda will have it on it, and that's when it's like official. But I should be able to let you guys know within the next, few days. But it's just getting a bit busier in here because we have finance board meetings coming up, so this room is getting a bit busier.
Gotcha.
Is that gonna be over there, the next meeting?
It might. I'll let you know, and I'll make sure because I forgot to let the planning board know last night that it was going to be over there in very obvious terms. So I will be
Oops. Sorry, we
letting
figured it out.
you guys all know in very obvious terms where it is. It was completely my bad.
Usually it says right on the top of the agenda, right?
Well, it says it at the top of our agenda. It has the department's address. But if you look under the meeting notice where it says location is where the actual location is,
Right.
which is confusing, I'm realizing. But no, I just copy and paste the letterhead because I put that on everything.
Makes sense.
As long as you tell the chief we'll be in there.
Yes, I know. That was, yeah.
All right. Any other items not reasonably anticipated?
I got nothing.
Got nothing?
I thought you said you had one.
No, I did. I was the
You already covered it?
Jeff and Maria's.
Oh, okay.
It was
Oh, you're being all efficient. Any other board items, comments, questions, compliments?
I have a question.
Shoot.
When, Jeff and Maria wants to do their special permit to extend their hours, is there any fees that would be associated with that?
I think just the application fee for the permit, I think, right?
So it's not a new special permit, though. It's just a modification of their current permit. This hasn't, from the research I've done, it's not something we have really kind of encountered before, because no other business really has like a special event that would need some relief from zoning. I was speaking with our town administrator about it. The board, like through the Board of Selectmen, you guys issue kind of special event permits. And so it's kind of a new 1-day thing that that the board is working on. And when we were talking about it, I said, oh, that might be, would you ask them to apply for that? And she said yes. So there would be a fee associated with that,
Special event.
with a special
That's what they're
event
doing.
permit. Yeah. Because they're not changing,
So first they would have to get approval at the, here,
correct.
because it's outside the zoning, and then they have to get approval to hold the special event.
Correct.
And there's a fee associated with applying for the special
We
event
can
permit.
waive,
Correct.
I mean, what's the fee for applying for?
So for like 833 we don't really have a provision in our rules and regulations for something like this. For like a special permit for like 833 Salem Street, that is 400 or 500. I'm getting it confused with the planning board. But
That's what I'm getting at.
yeah,
Kinda steep for just
yeah,
changing the hours.
for 1 day. So yeah, we don't have a provision because this is kind of the first time it's
Come up.
Did
Yeah.
we help out that fella with the shed,
that.
and we waived it down to like $50?
Yeah, we mitigated it to something.
Yep, for the variance for the setbacks, and that was it was a shed within the setbacks, and he was also having to go through the Conservation Commission process and everything. So the board chose to waive.
Can we do something similar?
Yeah,
I mean, $500 is a lot of money.
yeah. Last year we didn't have them technically send in an application. We just had them send in the narrative with the request, and then we issued a kind of almost like a letter permit, essentially.
But it was very last minute last time though, so.
It was, yeah. So we do have some more time to think about it this time, but it's kind of almost more like a documentation so that the select board knows that the zoning board's okay with that the zoning board is okay with the time change.
What does the permit cost for the 1-day event?
That is a question for the no, it's okay.
I'm not trying to put you on.
Sounds like a town administrator question.
It is a town administrator question. I'm not positive. I think, I don't know. For some reason in my head, $150 is sticking out, but that could be anything. That could be an application for like a wetland thing. Yeah, I would have to double check.
Figure it out, yeah.
Yeah, I can get all that information together for the next meeting. No
Is there
problem.
any way to issue like a 2 or 3 year approval? Because it seems silly that we're asking an ice cream shop to come back every year,
Mm-hmm.
1-day event, extend their hours. It just seems like it's a lot of resources going into something that,
May or may not.
That could be a rider on their,
just say like,
License?
as long as the business doesn't change, the hours don't change.
Yeah.
It's allowable for 1
Yeah.
day a year or something.
I know, like, for
And then
last
they
year
need
and
to come in and do the special event permit for,
yeah, they would
the ones
require
that-
to continue to do they would have to do the Board of
but we
Selectmen.
could give them
But
our grace, they don't need to come before the board, just file.
Yeah,
a
like-
5-year permit, and- yeah.
So that the people who
Yeah.
want it now
Yes,
anyway.
yes,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
It just feels like, a lot of red tape for,
Yep. It could almost be because I know they do it like once in July, once in August. I believe that's the plan. So
Yep.
one,
2 or 3 times a year.
yep, yep.
yeah,
well, it's like, on the, used car sales. They limit the amount of, cars. And it's different depending on location and
Mhm.
things. And if we were to put a rider on their license, that
Yeah.
once a year they could be open this late, and they wouldn't need a special permit because it's already done, it's approved, and it's on their license.
it's not. We don't issue a license though.
Well, that's the Board of Selectmen now.
What is
Yeah.
the special permit?
It would be like a temporary relief from the special permit.
So can't we write it up as
I think so.
so many days a year?
Yeah, one day in July, 1 day in August. You can
4 days.
Yeah.
and if
But-
we
You can
keep
extend
going,
the-
we come
But-
back and-
Based, contingent on the approval of the special event permit.
with the Board of Selectmen. I think that could be reasonable. I can look into it. I'll also touch base with the town administrator to see if there's anything on like the the special event side of things that.
We're not breaking the law.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. But yeah, I can absolutely look into that.
Yeah, I'd appreciate that. I don't want to break any laws. All right,
Cool.
anyone else?
Jiggy.
All right. A motion to adjourn at 7:44 PM. Seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Have a good night, folks.
Good night.
Easy peasy.
Red button, Phil.
Easy peasy.